Changes Maria goes through this season really influences her fighting style. To start with, she taps into way more than the typical 4 beasts she's known for. Her beasts are manifestations of her soul. They are one with her. Imagine her soul as a pocket dimension from which she can conjure these beasts. Maria Renard's soul and summoning abilities can be analysed through the lens of yin and yang, where duality and balance dictate both the nature of the beasts she controls and the emotional state that fuels them. In this interpretation, Maria herself becomes a conduit of balance, with the creatures she summons manifesting as reflections of her internal state. In Taoist philosophy, yin represents darkness, passivity, and the subconscious, while yang embodies light, action, and control. Maria's summoning magic operates within this framework, where her emotional equilibrium determines whether her creatures manifest in harmony or chaos, as light or dark forces. When Maria is in balance, her summons remain stable, reflecting a controlled and purposeful force of nature. These beasts act as extensions of her will, responding fluidly to her commands. They are neither purely destructive nor entirely benevolent. They simply exist within the natural order, much like the celestial beasts in Taoist mythology. However, if Maria's emotional dial tilts too far toward one extreme, this harmony is broken. If her soul becomes overrun by yang, excessive aggression, anger, or the thirst for revenge, her beasts shift toward raw, destructive energy. Their forms become darker, more chaotic, and harder to control, almost like vengeful spirits instead of protective familiars. These are beasts no longer serving as guardians, but as weapons of unrestrained force. If she loses herself completely to rage, the balance is shattered, and her own magic could turn against her. If her soul is overwhelmed by yin, passivity, sorrow, or fear, her summons weaken or dissolve entirely. The energy required to maintain them falters, making them unstable or diminishing them into fragile, ghostly forms. In extreme cases, the beasts could even be corrupted by darkness, twisting them into malevolent versions of their former selves. Just as yin and yang are in constant flux, Maria's creatures are not fixed in a single state. Their appearance, temperament, and power shift based on her emotional and spiritual alignment. When she maintains inner balance, her summons embody harmony between forces, majestic, disciplined, and fully aligned with her will. A phoenix might appear as a radiant celestial bird. A dragon may emerge as a regal and composed force of wisdom. When imbalance occurs, the beasts respond accordingly. A shift toward yang, rage, unrestrained power, could cause them to mutate into feral, uncontrollable forces. A phoenix could become an infernal predator, consuming everything in its path. A dragon could transform into a raging force of destruction, untethered from Maria's control. A descent into yin, weakness, despair, doubt, may cause them to fade or become shadows of themselves, drained of their full strength. They might flicker like dying embers, or worse, be overtaken by darkness entirely, turning against Maria or distorting into something unrecognizable.